started traveling, got into Bali, kept coming back to Bali, and kind of saw a need to, not necessarily need, but I wanted to open a gym there. And then I saw a need that could be fulfilled more than it was being fulfilled. And I wanted to do that. And I thought I had a different idea, a different way to do it. And I think I've really done that, and I really love it. It's my favorite thing now to do. And we were sitting in the car in New Zealand on one of the Adventure Fit travels trips, and that was a plug for your own,
on the own podcast.
even though we're on it. Yeah. By the way, listen,
I've already sold the deal.
Should I plug the podcast?
Yeah, do it. Yeah, people that are listening aren't listening.
Yeah, but I remember we were driving somewhere. It was beautiful in New Zealand. It was after I think we saw those big donuts.
Oh yeah.
I think I really remember that. And we were going, and we were sitting, both in the front seat, talking, and me driving on the other side of the road or whatever. And you're like, you should do it. Like, why not? Like you've already had the idea. You've already kind of planted the seeds a few times. You have an investor. You have a friend that can help you out maybe, and just go there and do it. And then I came here for 2 months and stayed with him, and then. Yeah, I went and did it. It was cool. I didn't really know how. And the original plan, and my original friend that had some extra capital, he wasn't able to do it. And then I met some other people, and it was kind of we were able to just kind of get it going and grassroots, and then it fed itself, and then we were able to buy equipment and do more and more. It was amazing, and it's completely changed my life.
Quite motivating, actually, to hear someone say, but I mean, you hear most people that do these sorts of startups that don't really have any idea what they're doing at all. They just have this really great idea, this amazing passion.
Yeah. The only thing I knew that I knew how to coach. I knew, relatively well, and I've been to so many gyms. I knew what I liked and what I didn't like. And I coached at other gyms, and I knew what I liked and didn't like. So I wanted to take all the aspects that I thought would make it great and do that. Even down to the color and the paint and the branding and all that stuff is fun for me to do, and I think it worked really well.
It's funny you mentioned that you didn't know what you were doing, you didn't know how to get into anything. It's funny for people that probably are listening to this show right now. Dave's got the most successful gym in Southeast Asia and going to probably be the world. It's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Adventure Fit's going really well, blah, blah, blah. People probably think that we know what we're doing, but we still don't know what to agree. I don't know if you agree, but I have no idea. I'm like, what? This is how, I'm still figuring stuff out. Now we're further down the line and, we know more.
Sure.
But when we was probably viewed as relatively successful, we still had no idea. You just got to figure it out on the way. Jump in and
execute.
Jump in and learn to swim.
Well, I think you guys have done the branding of it too so good. And Sam, I think, when I first met you and, you look at your product and it looks like this massive company, and you're like, oh, it's just me in the beginning doing all this stuff, and now it's, it's good. And that's what's important, you almost plan ahead. I want to be this professional, and I want it to have this. It's not a facade, but I want this outcome. So I do this first to get there, and even with mine, it was a little bigger than the gym needed to be maybe, but I was like, I want to see if I can fill it up. Put big, sign up and do all this stuff, and we'll get people to come in, and it did it. I think I had it easier. I just built a product and tried to kind of keep it, I guess growing in a way that by making it fun, making it my style, making it very welcoming, and making it good for newbies and regular athletes. And I think that, and then also we're in Bali, so it's quite a destination place. People are going to want to train. But, other people had tried to do it. I just wanted to make it the best place ever. I always tell people that there's two parts. I made the gym for the athlete or for the client. So I wanted to have everything possible. I want every toy. I want all the fun stuff. I wanted enough room, good toilets and showers, and I wanted to build it for them. And secretly, it was for me. I want to have all the toys.
You are that athlete.
I want to do it. And if people come along, then good on them. And
that's it. You start a tribe and you get your community rocking. Yeah. But I think what Adventure Fit and Wanderlust do so well is they have that real, emotive. People like the idea of training at this gym in the middle of this beautiful, place in Indonesia where it's Wanderlust. People are living this amazing lifestyle. They want to be surrounded with those sorts of people. And same with Adventure Fit, where people want to take this this, they just want to make the decision and go all over the world and be surrounded by it. It taps into people's emotions, I think, which I think is so powerful.
Yeah, for sure. And it's so funny that you actually have the name CrossFit Wanderlust. Yeah. Because from the very start, like there was one word attached to the whole plan.
CrossFit.
And it was, and it was Wanderlust.
Yeah,
and I remember,
CrossFit Dave.
CrossFit Dave. I remember you went through heaps of like trouble getting that name as well.
Yeah.
And so to see it like fully come to fruition, the way that it was planned in the very beginning is bloody awesome. I tell you what I reckon we have both done well, I think is, and we touched on it, is the branding side of it, because I see a lot of companies come out and start out and it's like, yeah, cool. And you obviously have to walk before, or walk before you can run, crawl before you can walk, whatever that saying is. But I think if you hit the ground, if you hit the ground running with some epic branding, people take you seriously.
Yeah.
Like from the very start, I would get people that were, when I started on my own social medias promoting Adventure Fit, people, this is like first 3 months, people were reaching out and saying, hey, this is really cool. Who's this big Adventure Fit company you're working for? And that's, remember, I used to tell you, I'm like, big Adventure Fit company's fucking me. Yeah. But I think it's important to fake it till you make it. People buy in, and then you just got to, hopefully you do make it. You just got to figure it out on the way. Everything else. So.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we just had our 2-year anniversary, and I'm looking at pictures popping up, and we had like no floor. It was just the cement. We painted the cement, like to make it like a little nicer than cement. and we had like 2
cement,
strips
just
of
with
rubber, and people came in, and I'm like, God, like look at it now, going, fuck, I wouldn't want to work out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I would, because there's nothing else. There was only a few other options, and now like. The important part was like, all right, if we make a little money, let's buy some floor. Now let's expand the rig. Let's buy more barbells. Let's do this. And we were able to do that relatively quickly within the first like 6 months of growth. And then we expanded recently. And then now this year we're going to expand even more. And we're adding some ice baths, office, and treatment room. Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's awesome. We got the cafe open a little after you guys were there, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen the cafe yet.
And you're right. Like it's... I got trouble with that, or not trouble. I had a really hard time getting Wanderlust. I'll give you a real quick story. I had applied for it in 2013 when I was like, I'm going to open a gym.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you can't use that name. It was a movie title. Like, so you're not allowed to use movie titles or city names now, remember?
Weird.
So I was like, oh, that sucks. That's not really a title. It was a good movie. It's Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah, great director, David Wayne, was director of that. So I was like, I like that movie, but that sucks I can't get a name. And then I applied. So then, the gym kind of took a little hold. And then 2014, I think, or 15, I applied for it again. They're like, no way. And so I just was in California at the games. I was talking to my buddy Steve, and he knows some of the lawyers there. And I was like, man, I really want Wanderlust. Like, it's so attached to me. I'd been hashtagging Wanderlust quads since 2012. It's like my thing, and that word is so powerful to me, and the journey that got me here. And Steve's like, oh, let me see if I can just text one of the guys I know. And the next day he's like, oh yeah, we approved it. I'm like, what? So I was like, oh, that's amazing. Like, because it would have been CrossFit Temple Island or something like that, which still sounds like cool. A game show.
Yeah, still would have done the job. It just wouldn't have had the same feeling for you. I feel like.
This is so true to my heart, and like the brand of it, it works well. And then everyone loves the word Wanderlust now.
It's funny, like, it's actually quite surprising to me that you've only been around 2 years. Like, I just feel like, as long as I've known CrossFit, I've heard of CrossFit Wanderlust, Yeah. So I guess it's probably another, win for the branding side of things. That, like, I don't know,
maybe we were subconsciously branding you before we
in my
even
head.
opened.
Yeah. CrossFit Wanderlust is
playing
a thing.
videos in the odd little...
It could be.
Quick dick pic.
I had the Wanderlust WOD, and I would always tag that or hashtag it, and I would also kind of put it in the little text. Maybe people are always like associated Wanderlust with me or Bali or CrossFit.
So Dave, let me ask you this then.
Sure.
So why the word Wanderlust? Why does it have such an emotive feel to you? And what is the story of? You said Wanderlust is what got you to where you are now. So because I think that's realistically, I think that's the most interesting story that you can tell is like where you went from. In the US, like regular life, like what people are doing day to day, and most people probably have this dream, this goal, this thing that they want to achieve that they don't have the balls, the know-how, the confidence, like that. They don't want to go and do that, or that something's holding them back. And I'm sure you had the same thing. I had the same thing. And what happened? How do we get to now?
Well, I guess it was. I'd always wanted to go to Thailand. I'll give you the quickish story. In 2009, I got real sick. I was hospitalized for 11 days. I had E. coli bacteria poisoning, or not poisoning, but bacteria. My whole insides was just ravished. So I was in the hospital 11 days, almost died. It took me. I went in. Yeah, I lost shit a lot.
Yeah.
It just came right out.
Yeah.
No, that's what it was. It was
How'd you
basically
know?
my colon, and everything was shedding itself, and it was just coming out of me. I woke up Halloween morning that way, and it just. I went to the hospital and stayed there for 11 days. I ended up blowing up. They put all these IVs in me, up 10 kilos, and then when I left, it was down 20 kilos. Whoa. It was crazy. Like my body went through a lot. It took me about 2 months to get back. I couldn't barely walk, and I was just super. I lost everything, all my glutes, abs, ass, and all your the back muscles. I was just,
He just looked like a pole.
Straight
Yeah,
down.
it's crazy.
with no
My
bump.
jeans, I wore skinny jeans, but it would still come right off.
Yeah,
Like that real bad looking, kind of junky looking stripper that you see sometimes.
It wasn't a good look. And I actually had.
You must have looked awful.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I was lean.
Yeah, true.
People are like, "Oh man, you got so lean." I'm like, "Yeah, but I almost died."
died, dude.
They're like, "Oh, I would have loved." I'm like, "I'd love to lose 10 kilos in 2 weeks." I'm like,
You should do that.
Like,
Are you serious?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Dude, what diet are you on?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Anyway, so I had booked a flight to Thailand. I was already kind of minimalizing my life. I had gone through some big changes of work and things, and what did I really value? And this is through the economic crisis in 2009 in America in 2008. So I was like, I don't really need to buy diesel jeans and buy DVDs every Tuesday. That's ridiculous, or have a car payment and these things. And so I had gone through a few jobs, switched it around, and then I got this ticket, and I was like, I'm gonna go for 45 days and check this place out. Thailand, I've always wanted to go. This is before Instagram, before you had access to see all these things. I had one friend who went out there and did Thai stuff, Thai fighting.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, it's so cool, you should go. Your money will last a long time, it's fun. I was like, oh, cool. And then, I got sick, and then the doctor's like, no way, you can go to a foreign country right now. My flight was supposed to be about 10 days after I was in the hospital.
Fuck.
So quickly I canceled that, obviously. I took a job in Texas running a bar and restaurant. I said I'll give myself 2 years doing that. And it was a really fun job, and a lot of drinking, a lot of having fun, and it was something new to me. Did that, but still had that longing. 2 years, I was like, I'm making good money, I'm having fun, but I still want to do something different. I want to have this something change in my head. And I didn't own much. I had sold a lot of things. I recently bought a car just because I needed one, and I was like, all right, fine, I'm going to still go. I sold everything but my bicycle and a couple pairs of clothes, and left it in storage. And then I took off to Thailand, did the Southeast Asia 6-month backpacker thing, ended up in Bali, and then came back home, was new at coaching, coached a little bit, still didn't know what I did, came back to Asia again 6 months later, and then found myself in Indonesia again. And through Instagram, some people said, oh, there's a job opening in Jakarta, would you like to coach? So I said, oh yeah, why not? That'll keep me in Bali longer in Indonesia, I'll do it. Did that for 3 months, then I ended up coaching at another gym in Bali. That was a new CrossFit opened there. And then it just got me to that point where I really think I can do something here. I don't know if I kind of went off the path a bit of that, but that's kind of how I got to Asia. Yeah, and then the whole Wanderlust, I think the definition is one's desire to find himself or herself through travel or adventure kind of thing. It's kind of be interpreted. And mine was very fueled by, I love traveling. It was really exciting to see these new places. I needed to see something completely different than America and
a real culture
live
shock.
in different cultures. Yeah. And it's completely changed my worldviews on religion, culture, everything. Completely. I grew up in a very, religious, Christian, American kind of style upbringing, which was great and taught me a lot of things. But living somewhere different makes you go, we're not all the same.
That's right.
We are all the same, and we shouldn't be dictated by what our state or our government or our area says we are. Because we're ridiculous. We're all the same people.
Yeah.
And it's been great. I love it, and living in a different cultures helped with that. Yeah, and then opening a business was just the next step. I was like, I really would love to open a CrossFit gym here, and people are like, why not back in Texas or in California, and you have a following. And I said, well, I really like Bali.
Yeah.
Discovery Roger, go for deploy.